What's up, everybody? Welcome to A Very O.K Show. I'm Omar.
It's your boy, Kayvon Doom.
And we have been working on this show for a very, very long time, man. And we're glad we can finally bring it to you guys.
Yeah, literally, we've been working on the show for a couple of years now, but we're happy that this is actually a real-life thing. So let's learn about what the show is going to be about. We have topics like Break or Swish, off-topic where we kind of rant a little bit, Very OK 2 minutes where we kind of rant a little bit.
A lot of ranting.
But fun topics like Laugh at Yourself, where we get to tell stories about things that I don't think each other has heard yet. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
All right, so we're getting into a Very OK 2 minutes. Now you might be asking, what is a Very OK 2 minutes? It's just me and Omar talking shit for 2 minutes.
Basically.
But today's a little bit special. It's Black History Month, so shout out to every black person to ever exist ever in the world.
Yes, how are you celebrating Black History Month, my friend?
Honestly, I'm going to practice weaponized tears.
Yes, you know what? Utilize the weapon of the white woman.
You have to. I feel
Absolutely.
like with this weapon, I can maybe get like a better credit score.
Yes.
Maybe adopt a baby.
Yes.
Maybe get anything I want in this lifetime.
Probably.
But I think I want to be good at it. I want to be good.
The thing I would celebrate by just going into every store and demanding discounts, demanding free food, and then you know what? If that does not work, the weaponized tears. They come in, I go online, I take pictures, I say they're being racist, I find like a old white woman employee, and I go, "Hi, this person just called me the N-word."
There you go.
She didn't have to do it. Well, I'm just gonna say it. And what are you gonna do? Tell me I'm lying?
You're gonna tell a black person during Black History Month that they're lying?
Crazy.
Insane.
Crazy. Couldn't be me. But I think that's the best way to celebrate, and just cooking some good food.
Actual good food.
So
So what's your like go-to like meal like for Black History Month? Something like, you know what, I'm black. This is my heritage. I need this. What's that?
Chicken. I was gonna say chicken.
Chicken? That's crazy. All right, guys. See you next week.
What else do I say, bro?
I was gonna say like some mac and cheese, macaroni pie, some like callaloo, some like
nice.
what you got? Some.
My mom usually makes ackee and saltfish on Sunday morning. So
there you go.
There you go, man. But funny thing about jerk chicken actually.
No, let's hold that for next time. Let's hold that for next time. We gotta start strong. With that being said, we'll be back in a bit.
Welcome to Off Topic, where we go on for a few minutes about basically anything we want to. Well, mostly anything we want to. And we kind of had a little brief discussion about this. We and Kurston are both anime fans, as I'm sure many of you out there are. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Team 4-Star and Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
The best to ever do it.
I think is very good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and talk crap about it.
Yeah.
But I have the hot take that I genuinely think Team 4-Star ruined Dragon Ball.
But why?
Because a lot of people never actually watched the show and only watched Abridged.
Okay, but are you saying that as like, is there like a sample size of that, or
I don't know, but I see enough people who will be debating Dragon Ball online and be using talking points that were never in the show, but Abridged did it.
Oh, pulling from a bridge. Okay,
that's what I mean. Like the whole notion. This is another hot take. The whole notion that Goku is like this horrible father.
Yeah,
is this thing from Abridged?
Yeah.
Goku was never that bad of like he's not
the greatest.
He's not Father of the Year. Or
but
anything.
also it's like that's like a very Shonen trait.
Yeah. But like
he's
this
not Ging, but like it's
Ging Freak's crazy. Oh man, but like that whole notion that Goku is like this horrible father who does not care about his kids. That's an Abridged thing. That never happened in the show.
But I do like the fact that they like really change up the personalities of certain characters, especially like Vegeta. I think Vegeta's my favorite Abridged character. Yeah. This is like arrogance is like on 1,000.
Yeah. And like he's arrogant in the regular anime, obviously, but like he's not as arrogant as he's super arrogant in canon Dragon Ball, but they take that to 5,000. Yeah. And a lot of people think that's who he actually is.
But he's not.
And like he's not. He's had so much character development. Yeah. Like he's still a bit of a dickhead. He still has like his ego and everything like that. But like man, they took it to 5,000.
And I will say like on that note, like no matter what, it's really good to see that they have that aspect of it. Cause we don't get to see Vegeta fully like, all right, like I'm king, I'm prince of all Saiyans. Yeah. What do you say? That one like Namek strong. Why? Yeah. Shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, oh man, I'm trying to think of other points. Like the whole thing. Like, I think Gohan's character was like ruined in this show. But I know they just released the Buu Saga stuff. I feel like they kind of took that and like they took bad aspects of Gohan and like exacerbated it.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people think that's what Gohan
he's not
kind of is, even though like they did to completely screw his character up in the actual anime.
They did. That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. But my main gripe about it and why I brought it up is because I just hate the fact that people think Goku's a bad dad. Yeah. It's like this man cares about his kid. Like he cares about his kids so much. He's like, I'm gonna stay dead so no one comes to after you guys. Yeah. How is that a bad father?
I mean, imagine also too like I respect that. Yeah. But then when he comes back, oh hey kid, let's train.
But okay, here's the thing. because he knows he can't always be there.
Yeah.
So I need to train you. So when the next guy comes, if I'm not here, that you can stand for yourself.
Yeah, and I guess at the time Gohan was kind of like not really.
Yeah, that's not bad parenting.
It's
That's
not
just
bad
like, yo,
parenting.
this is the world we live in. I might be dead tomorrow.
People are gonna pull up.
People gonna pull up, coming after me, and you
Yeah.
might be here. Goten, Gohan, you got to get strong, bro. So we're training.
Yeah.
That's not bad father. That's not being a bad father.
All right, so I guess in saying that, if you feel that Omar is right about Abridged reading Dragon Ball, let us know in the description, in the comments, wherever you see this. If it's a TikTok, whatever it is, let's talk about it. All right, so this segment is called Verbal Sparring, and essentially it's gonna be me versus Omar. There's gonna be some topics. So the celebration of Black History Month, this verbal sparring is gonna be, you got to pick your favorite black characters that aren't black, but they really are. So you want to kind of explain that for the people?
So we all know, if you watch anime, you watch cartoons, there are a bunch of characters that are not, like Kurston said, they're not black, but like
They kind of are.
we all know. I'm not going to give any examples. You'll kind of see once we get into the draft. But you know what, Kurston? How about I give you the first pick?
Let's get into it. So let's do this way you don't see my pick.
Okay, damn. It's okay. I got them all up here. I got my draft board in my head.
All right, so you're smarter than me. That's fine. That's okay. Memory loss and such. So, pick number 1 on my draft, which I think is an obvious one. I got to go with Knuckles.
Okay.
Gotta go
You know
with
what?
Knuckles.
I had him number 2 on my draft board.
Okay.
But I thought you were going to go somewhere else with number 1.
See, you know what? Like, just because of, like, we live in a world now where Knuckles is filmed, like, voiced by Idris Elba. But back in the day, like, my guy had locks. He just had that swagger of a black man. That got to be my number 1 pick.
Okay, so my number 1 is actually Piccolo from Dragon Ball. I thought that's where you were going to go.
That was too easy for me.
Knuckles was my number 2 on my
Right.
draft board. Okay, so I got Piccolo, you got Knuckles. What's your number 2 pick?
Number 2, I think, is a little bit of a sleeper. I got to go with my light-skinned boy, Arthur.
Arthur? Okay, he was also on my board. Okay.
Yeah, Arthur number 2.
Okay, so next person on my board, and I might need a referee call on this one. Can I just take all of the lions from Lion King? Referee? Oh, yeah, okay, shaking it. Yeah.
All right, we got okay. The
all
Lion
of
Lion King.
all of the lions from Lion King. They're clearly black.
Okay, so in saying that, like, actual characters who are, like, pretty much black, it's a duo, so kind of like an Ice Climbers combo.
Okay.
It's Goofy and Max.
Okay, they also had them on my draft board.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick. Funny that you bring them up because my next pick is actually Powerline.
Powerline, damn.
Powerline.
Okay, Powerline is
From
black.
from the first Goofy
Powerline is
movie.
black.
If you don't know who that is because you're young, please look it up.
Yes.
That's what, my third pick?
Third pick, yeah.
So what's pick number 4?
Pick number 4 for me is a little bit of an odd one, but I gotta go with Starfire.
Starfire.
Yeah, Starfire.
Are you
DC
picking,
Comics.
Are you picking the one from the live action?
No.
Okay,
I'm
the
thinking
Starfire in general?
actual, like, comic book Starfire.
Okay. So I did not have them on my draft board.
Yeah.
Unorthodox pick.
That's a
Okay.
light-skinned girl.
So for my pick number 4, I'm taking Grimm from Grimm and Mandy.
You know what? That was actually my 5th pick.
I'm taking Grimm.
That's actually my
Yo,
5th pick.
I'm taking Grimm from Grimm.
Damn, okay.
That's a Jamaican. That's a Jamaican man. That is a Jamaican man, bro.
Okay, so now I gotta have some backups. So for my 5th pick, I gotta go with Pink Panther. That is a Caribbean man.
You think so?
Pink Panther's a Caribbean man.
Okay, I'll take it. So my 5th pick. This might be controversial. Might need a referee call on this, but Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. Because you hear them speeches he gives. That's Morgan Freeman.
That's wisdom.
Those are some Morgan Freeman old black man sitting on the porch with the lemonade and his hat, just offering wisdom.
A Kengo,
to
right?
people
That'd be
walking by.
Kengo.
Yeah, Optimus Prime's black.
All right.
So that's my 5. That's Kirsten's 5. Who do you guys think won this fight?
I think I
Let
got
us
this,
know.
but that's a really close 5.
That is a really close one.
5.
But like, I had a couple other people on my draft board. I had Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the tall red basketball player guy.
I had Skeeter.
I had Skeeter on
Skeeter
mine
as
too.
well?
I had Skeeter from mine. Who else did I have? I had Garnet from Steven Universe.
I never watched Steven Universe.
Okay, that's I
I get
Garnet.
heat for that.
Huh?
I get heat for not watching Steven's Universe.
Like
that Adventure Time.
it's fine. They got weird fan bases.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I Garnet on my list. I saw a thing when I was doing research. Some people think SpongeBob is light skinned.
So I saw that too, and I'll do my research. But I don't sell that.
I don't
buy that. Sorry.
I don't see it. I think Sponge is a white guy.
Yeah,
Sponge is
that's a white dude.
100% white man.
Yeah.
Pearl from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, Pearl's black.
Pearl's black.
Pearl's black. 100%.
I saw Mrs. Puff maybe.
I also saw what's her name, the secretary from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah, no, but she's
Miss Bellum.
But she's white though. She's like white in the show though.
Is she fair skinned though?
No, that's a white man. I mean, that's a white girl.
I mean, we have Ice Spice. She's like fair
You know
skin,
what?
red hair.
You know what?
Like
You know what?
it's not outlandish.
That's not, you know
It's
what?
not outlandish.
That's right. I never even thought about that one. Okay. What's her name? Miss Bellum.
Miss Bellum.
Miss Bellum. Okay.
Yeah.
trying to think who else I saw. Yeah, I saw Optimus, who I took. I seen.
I'm trying to think as well.
I seen a bunch of other ones too. I saw some just listing black people like Killer Bee.
That's just a black person.
That's just literally a black man.
And what's her face from Bleach? One everyone like gawks over.
I'm not gonna lie, I never watched Bleach. I know. I'm sorry.
Uramichi? Uramichi, yeah. So her.
I never watched Bleach. I'm sorry.
I mean, we watch good anime over here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
I seen someone said Chi-Chi's a black woman.
Chi-Chi?
Someone said Chi-Chi's a black woman.
I mean,
yo,
I can see it.
Man.
I can see it. I can see it.
She's the only one stronger than the strongest man in the universe, bro. Like,
element who keeps him in check.
Yes.
Keeps him in check.
Yes, and ain't no white or Japanese person do that, man.
I mean, Momo's not doing it.
Well, yeah. Anyways, oh man, but yeah, there's a lot of characters. If you guys have ideas for other characters that we could have missed, characters who got snubbed, characters that you would have liked to see on our teams, or maybe characters that we picked that you don't think are black,
Yeah, let us
maybe
know.
let us know.
Maybe put your own top 5 in the comments.
That would be nice. If you guys have a top 5, I want to see it.
All right, and we'll be back on the next one.
Welcome to a topic that we like to call "Laugh at Yourself." This is going to be a 7-ish minutes of me and Kurston just sharing funny,
insane, stories.
embarrassing, crazy stories from our life. And Kurston, I believe you have a story about the woods or something.
Yeah, so let's take it back to the good old year of I think 2007, the year I found out I was lactose intolerant.
That's okay.
And the title of the story is "There's Doom Shit in the Woods."
Okay.
Now, this is like a weekend. I believe it's like a Friday night after school. Head to my buddy's house. We're hanging out. We're playing games. Maybe playing like Marvel 2 or something like that. And like, you know what, yo, we're hungry. Let's go to the corner store. Let's grab some fish and chips, whatever it is, right? So all right, cool. Let's go. Go to the corner store. Grab a drink. Go to the restaurant. Grab fish and chips. We crush it. And my boy's like, man, I could really use some chocolate milk right now. I'm like, you know what? I haven't had chocolate milk in a very, very long time. Let me go get some chocolate milk. So rather than getting like little like small cute little carton, we just like fucked around and got like the 1 liter, right? And again, at this time, I was not lactose intolerant. I was very much like a regular human being with like no weaknesses. So we're walking around my friend's neighborhood. We're just like shooting the shit, talking about whatever we're talking about, sipping on this like this chocolate milk, and I get a little. I'm like, oh
no,
this is new. Like, what the hell? I'm like, am I sick? Is that not food poisoning? Like, I've been eating at this like fish and chip spot my whole life. I've never been sick once. It can't be the food. And my belly's just like fighting itself, and it's like grumbling, like exploding, and making so many different sounds. I'm just like, dog.
Sound like World War III, bro.
Dog, like the hello, like remember we talked about once upon a time those Haribos?
Oh yeah.
It was like the epitome of bubble guts.
Damn. Okay. I'm
like, yo, we are so far away from my friend's house right now. I'm like, we could maybe try and like sprint on the side, but I'm afraid that if I run too fast, the shit might slip out.
Come out, yeah.
I'm like, yo, let's just cut through the forest and just like get to your house quicker. We'll save maybe like 3 minutes on the walk.
Yeah.
So we're like walking. I'm like, oh man, I'm like holding, like clenching my butt and like just holding my stomach. I'm in pain. And then it gets to a point I'm just like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm legitimately not gonna make it.
I know that feeling.
My boy's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I gotta shit. Like, I gotta shit right here, right now. And I'm not sure if anyone has done this in the past, but shitting in the woods?
Not fun.
Not fun.
No, not at all.
Not fun, not safe. It's scary.
Yep.
There's like bushes and bugs and like, I don't want no freaking like
animals gonna come bite you or something.
Things like, oh, like worm going up my butt or whatever it is. Like, none of that. None of that. I mean, hey, we're sex posy over here. but yeah, no, it's just like, I'm terrified. I'm legit terrified. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I gotta shit. I really gotta shit. Yeah. So like brace myself against this tree, do the thing, like make sure my legs are out of like the blast radius. Went to town.
Yep.
Right. And I'm just fucking. I'm going at it. It's dog. It was bad. Like yo, that was a straight AOE. Like whatever's there, just like it's not there no more. Like just straight AOE, yo. For those who don't know, AOE is area effect, and it's pretty much a wide circle area that the attack hits, and that's what my shit did. So I did that. I'm like, all right, cool. I feel good. About to like get prepped up to stand up, bubble guts again. I'm like, nope, we're going again. Round 2, just splat, absolute splat. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I just shit my life away. I'm pretty sure I shit my body weight.
Yep.
I shit out like my dinner, my lunch, the meal from before.
Lost 30 pounds.
It's bad, dog. Like I feel light. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like lightheaded now. How am I gonna wipe? How am I gonna wipe?
Lightheaded, you almost fainted.
Dog, you don't know those ones, bro.
You almost fainted.
Dog, it's like the ones where you're on the toilet, and your knees go away. You need the little ants and whatever.
You gotta take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off, throw that somewhere, and take your socks off. Just like brace yourself, and then it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So after that, what ended up happening was like obviously I'm in nature. There's no toilet paper in nature, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just find a leaf. I find a leaf. I'm just like, this ain't gonna cut it. So on that day, I sacrificed 2 pairs of my favorite Elite socks.
Oh.
So my Nike Elite socks, like they're like long tube socks. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. Those had to go.
Oh,
for the sake of the booty hole and being clean and not having like mud butt.
How much some socks cost, man?
That was like $30 for a pair of socks. But either way, that happened, and it only happened once. Thankfully, like I've learned now that I'm legit like lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I don't have like dairy from time to time. I call it a necessary sacrifice, but never to that degree.
Yeah.
Never to that degree.
That's nasty, man.
Yeah, man.
See, I had to poop in the woods once. It wasn't that bad. But I was at a cottage, and the plumbing wasn't working, so I just went to the back and just
That makes sense, though.
squatted and went down. But like, it's weird because it's like you feel like the leaves and branches like
They're poking you.
like like
like, ooh.
It's like, ooh.
Well, yeah, but like it's not uncommon that you're gonna like poo in the woods, but this one was bad.
That was
socks, really
man.
bad.
Honestly, I would have sacrificed my underwear before I sacrificed my socks.
I don't want to freeball it.
Nah, freeball it is nice,
It
bro.
was hot.
Yeah, it's even better to freeball.
No, not like that. Just like not with the pants. I was wearing like soccer pants, just the texture. Like it
Nah, man,
wasn't it, man?
Nah, you get women like that, bro.
Damn,
Walk
that's
around-
crazy.
Walk around freeballing in the track pants, bro.
That's crazy.
You walk by like, ooh.
What's that?
Like that Drake video.
Damn. All right, in saying that is laugh at yourself for this episode. Let us know in the comments. You ever poo in the woods? How'd you get out? Let us know. We're calling this segment Brick or Swish. What does that mean? Are we going to brick this content, or is it going to be a swish? So are we going full Mamba, or are we going Rafa Arujo? Thanasis. All right, so the topic today, we're going to be talking about Palworld. So, new hotness or hot mess?
So, okay. I played a lot of Palworld. This is coming from a guy who loves Pokemon. If you don't know, I make Pokemon content on TikTok. Please follow me. It is a very good game.
Yeah.
I did a review on it already on the Minnow channel.
Shout out to Minnow.
It is a very good game that is flawed, but also like it's early access, so like you can't be too harsh on it. The whole notion that just that conversation that they copied a bunch of Pokemon is like exaggerated.
But it's really close.
There's a lot.
It's really close.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a lot. There's like 20,
the Grookey, the Lucario.
20 of them that are like very clearly like you just ripped a Pokemon.
Yeah, straight copy pasta.
There's one called like Dinosum, I think. It's just Meganium.
Yeah.
They took Meganium. Meganium has like a flower thing around its neck. They moved it up to here, gave it a hat, and made it stand up. But it's literally just Meganium.
Like bipedal?
Huh?
Like bipedal?
Bipedal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Meganium. There's one that's just called a Cremis. That's literally just a Gigantamax Eevee.
Yeah.
Shrunken down. There's Tansy. That's just a Grookey. There's a bunch of them that are very much just like you can tell they kind of ripped the Pokemon.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of them are like look nothing like any other Pokemon. Either they're just animals that are kind of stylized, which is what Pokemon is. They don't, but whatever. But there's a lot that are like, okay, cool, this is pretty unique.
And I said that too because I know people are really upset about this whole Pokemon comparison, but I remember looking at an article that was comparing the original like Dragon Quest monsters to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Before Pokemon came out.
Yep.
So do you think this is like the second coming of that, or do we think that there was actual like IP fraud?
So okay, like I said, there are some that are very much like, yeah, you're kind of pushing the line here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like Pokemon doesn't have patents on a wolf that fights things. There's one that there's a pal called I think Nightwolf. And people are like, "Oh my god, it looks just like Lycanroc from Sun and Moon."
Yeah.
But I'm like, they're both just wolves that are too stylized. Like, what do you? There's not much.
Where do you go from there?
There's not much you can do with
Yeah.
a wolf that makes it look different. But I really do think it's kind of just the next version of like the Dragon Quest Pokemon thing, where it's like, look, there's only so many animals.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
You can do so much.
You can do a lot with these animals,
Yeah.
like I said, because some of them are very close. But it's like a wolf and a monkey and like a chicken. Like, what do you like? Just you can't do much. It's
so outside
just
of the like that portion of like the copycat, whatever it is,
Yeah.
the actual game itself.
Yeah.
is it like as fun as people are saying it is?
It is very good. Content-wise, it is kind of light because again, early access. But the fact that it's like there's so many characters or creatures to catch, like 100 and something. They each have like their own individual things that they can do. Like for those who don't know, like this is also a survival base building game, and the same way your pals have like your battle stats, like your attack and your defense, they also have stats for like what they're good at doing in a base. So like this one is really good at, like if you have a fire pal, it's good at setting fire. So like cool, you need to cook something, you put it in the stove,
put it out there.
You send a fire pal there, it cooks it for you. Or the ones that are really good at handiwork. So let's say I have my little workbench, I need to build something. I set activate the thing I want to make. If the pal has handiwork, it'll go and start making it for me. Right? So you have these stats that these pals are all really good at doing around the base, which makes every single pal like useful to some degree.
So it's more in depth at like the skill level and the abilities that these pals could use.
Yeah, because like Pokemon, there's some Pokemon that are literally just there's no reason for this to exist. Yeah. They're not good in battle. They don't look that. There's no reason for it to be good. But in Palworld, even the bad ones, there are some that have a purpose. Like there's a cow, I forget what it's called, but horrible stats. But it's one of the only pals that can provide milk. So you can get a bunch of them really early on in the game, and then just have a ranch. You have milk. So this thing that sucks is actually one of the most useful pals in the world. Same thing with, there's a pal called Chickapee, I think. Chickapee or something. It's a chicken, whatever. Eggs. It's not good at fighting, but it's one of the few things that gives you eggs. So it's good to have a bunch of them because it's very useful, even though it's not good. So that's one aspect of it that I really like that Pokemon just doesn't do.
Doesn't have right now?
If Pokemon is bad, it's bad. Yeah. You can still use it and stuff and make it work because of like, you could be over leveled, but like if something is bad, it's bad. All that being said, it is very buggy, especially on Xbox. I played it on Xbox before I switched over to my PC. Xbox version, you're falling through the world.
Yeah, I saw that when you posted your minute. It's you're going in the level, then you're flying under the level.
So I was like walking. Yeah. I found like a mountain that was like, it wasn't like the textures didn't load or something. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, okay, whatever, the textures just didn't load, but I can still walk on it. It happens. Nope. Fall right under the map. Jeez. And I fall into like the water that they have underneath, and I'm like, okay, let me get my flying guy to fly back up, but like I can't. Yeah. So I'm like, I just have to respawn now. I
think like you broke through the collision, then after that, like just once you broke through, it reset. So when you try to hit the top, you couldn't do it.
Yeah, and I just had to respawn and reset. So that stuff sucks. Definitely a lot of frame rate issues. I think those have gotten a little bit better.
Okay, so like I know people complain about frame rate. Is it frame rate to the point where it's unplayable, or is it like Dynasty Warriors 4 on the PS2?
Damn. So I play with it at 60. It'll drop to like in the 20s sometimes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, it's a significant drop off.
Yeah. It'll drop to the 20s. The combat is nice. The combat feels good. The guns feel nice. The melee combat is really bad.
So do you control your pals, or is it kind of like auto combo?
They auto. They have attacks. They have like their like the same way there's like types in Pokemon. Yeah. Everything has their type. There's type matchups and everything like that. You send your pal out, auto attacks. And you have your weapon and you're also shooting and stuff like that. But every pal also has like a skill that you could, not everyone, most pals that have a skill you can activate in battle. Press X and it does its like super attack. Some of the super attacks are just, I'm going to pull out an AK-47 and start shooting. I'm not even lying about that. But like, yeah, to kind of wrap it up, overall, it is a good game. If you have Game Pass, like, it's worth playing.
Check it out.
I can understand if someone, I think it's like $40. I can understand if someone is like, I don't want to pay $40 for this right now because it is light on content. But overall, it's a good game. I say try it out. If not, if you like Pokemon, it'll be good. If you like survival games, it'll be good. As someone who doesn't even really play survival games, I thought I'm having a great time. I'm taking a break so I can play Persona, but like, it's been good. It's been good.
So with that being said, clearly Omar's saying that it's a good game. So if you want to play it, it's on Game Pass and I think it's on Steam, things like that. Give it a try. Let us know what you think.
Also not sponsored, by the way, but Xbox if you want to,
That's crazy. All right. We'll be back after the next one.
Welcome to today's episode of Give Me 5. Today, I'm giving you my top 5 favorite Final Fantasy games. Starting off the list, we have Final Fantasy VII. Some people might put this in the top. I have this at my bottom for my own personal reasons, but I still think it's a really good game. Continuing that list, we also have Final Fantasy X. 10 is a really good game. I love the Xanarkid Ruins theme, some of the best music, in my personal opinion, in the Final Fantasy franchise, but that's just me. Continuing more, we have Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is one of the best Final Fantasy games I have ever played. Some people play 7 over 8, and there's always a different conversation, but I prefer 8 over 7. Moving on, we have Final Fantasy X-2. I know, this shouldn't be there, but it's one of my favorite games. I think the dress for system is cool. I love YRP. The game hits the ground running with a little concert, but great game overall. In the top spot, I have Final Fantasy 15. though it's a newer game, I had a really great experience with this game. One of the few Final Fantasy games that I played to completion, grinded all the ultimate weapons, and great game for me. That's my top 5.
Yeah. Said she wanna pre on the west side, bad man on a G on the west side, yeah. Dancing in the club all night, yeah. G things, girl, you know you're my desire.